Because there's so many microphones on the market today, one of the biggest things I hear from people is they have difficulty comparing. They typically just go by price and hope that they're getting a better quality microphone. What I did was I took a few standard microphones that are used in the karaoke market. I tried to stay with more of the Audio 2000 mics because this basically is a comparison on the ADM 1064, which is most likely part of the ad that we're talking about. So I wanted to give you an idea of basically the evolution of microphones. And you'll notice that I even set them in a row where the first one's the lowest, going up to the highest grade, and even then there's always other microphones that fit right in between. But we'll start from the left to the right. You have the left here, this is your traditional microphone that you get at all the big box stores. You can even go to the dollar store and find this. They come with those all-in-one systems. We will call this the lowest quality. The nicest way we know how to put it is, to us, it's a toy. You know, so you look at this, you typically pay about $10 to $20 for this mic. Anyone that would ever pay $20 for this mic, I would tell you to just completely pass it up. $10 is a fair price for it, and you get what you pay for. Then you go to the next level. Believe it or not, you'll notice that these two levels are pretty close to each other as far as how they're sitting, so it doesn't show a big increment in going up in quality. The one to the left of it, the second one, that is actually a microphone that now comes with the Cavs karaoke player, so it's pretty standard. It is manufactured by Audio 2000. This is also the same type of microphone that we use with a lot of our players for entry level. And it's clearly a better microphone than the first one, yet we're still talking entry level. So you go from a $10 to $20 mic to a $16 to $20 mic. Now this one's worth the money you pay. Basically $16.99 is what you would get it in a package for. Then you look at the traditional Cavs mic that came with a lot of their players. This is also a cheap mic. We sell this mic between $19.99 and $24.99 by itself. I would say that it's similar quality between the second and third mic here. Then you go to the fourth one, which is the microphone that we're showcasing. And that shows you that it's basically a middle of the road. It's still entry level, but we're talking about a mic that costs between $20 and $30, and it's worth every penny, because if you look at even just the simple quality, the craftsmanship of the mic. One, this is almost 3 times as heavy as your cheap one over here. That's plastic. This is metal chassis. Even the grills, you look at the grills and there's just a huge difference between the two. One of them's plastic, one of them here. Now another thing, if I took these 3 mics here up against this microphone and I drop these 3 mics, chances are 60 to 70% of the time, these 3 mics might break on the first or second try. This one, of course, don't drop it on concrete, but most often people are dropping it on carpeted surfaces and so forth. So this should take a little more of a beating. Then you have the next level up, which is the 150 series by Audio 2000. And that one basically is a $35 to $45 microphone. Aesthetically speaking, it's a nice microphone. It's definitely has a little more full range to it as opposed to the cheaper one here. And then you go up to what I would consider probably a really nice quality vocal microphone, which sells between $79 and $89. This is the 175 series. This has the switch. They also sell it without the switch. This is very crisp and clean microphone, so there's a huge difference between this and going here. But this gives you some ideas on the differences between microphones. In the end, when you look at prices, you get what you pay for. Sometimes when you look at your most popular mics, let's say like Shure microphones, you pay a little bit more for the name of the microphone, but you always get a decent microphone within that brand and so forth. And I would have to say this is probably one of the better ones in the $79 range that I clearly believe should be in any karaoke rig that wants a much sharper, cleaner vocal reproduction. And going back to the microphone that we were showcasing, which is the middle one, which is your ADM 1064B, the one that comes with the case and the 20-foot cable, that is worth every penny and so forth. And, you know, like we say with all our products, everything comes with a lifetime dead cost, repair, replace, and loaner programs. And what that equates to is we don't care where you look, where you shop. I wouldn't care if someone was selling this microphone to you for $10 cheaper. It really isn't $10 cheaper when you look at the long run of cost of ownership. Because if you could come back to us, let's say you do karaoke for 20 years, and within the 20 years you go through 5, 6 microphones, and you need them replaced, no matter where you purchase these from, they're going to charge you full price the 5, 6 times that you need it. You simply send that mic back to us. If we need to replace it, you'll never pay full cost again. So in the long run, you will never pay anywhere near what you paid for when you basically purchase it the first time. So there's where the cost of ownership comes into play and makes a huge difference. And the fact that you actually have someone that personally backs you years later. You can talk to any of our customers, they'll even tell you that there's customers that have called us 5 years later and they had not spoke to us since the first purchase, and within 2 seconds we remembered who they were, started talking to them, and we helped them as if it was the first day. And this is an account that any of our customers will give you. So it's not just about selling a product, it's more so about how the seller backs the product and so forth. So that's pretty much it on a standard comparison. If there's any other type of microphones you would want us to do a comparison on, just go ahead and shoot us an email, and we'll go ahead and draw up other videos on those microphones and so forth.